The Nine of Diamonds is at the pinnacle position of the United States spread this year. So I think it's, essential that we talk about the Nine of Diamonds and what that means. And, even all of the wonderful things that already come along with the Nine of Diamonds. The Nine of Diamonds is a very, very, very lucky card. It's very blessed. They just don't know it. There's challenges and things associated with it. And the challenges always seem to kind of like blur out all of the benefits. But the benefits of being a Nine of Diamonds is tremendous. We could look at a Nine of Diamonds like, what's his name? Like Kanye, right? And see all of the benefits. Kanye has this never-ending connection to the people. Like, they won't throw him away for nothing, if you haven't noticed. He can say one thing and totally backtrack, and they still love him. You can't deny that. You can't deny that he said some things. He said many things, and, he's been kind of punished for them, but he still has the ability to make a comeback. He's like the comeback king. And I think that's a big quality with the Nine of Diamonds. What makes the Nine of Diamonds so, the ability to just kind of do that? Well, it's the Eight of Hearts. The Nine of Diamonds has an Eight of Hearts in Pluto. And the Eight of Hearts is like, it's a fixer. It's a healer. It can fix any situation. Nothing is not fixable with the Eight of Hearts. And they have it in Pluto. So that means it could be the worst thing, but that Eight of Hearts can come in and fix it. Boom, boom, boom. The Nine of Hearts is the card of the people. It's the card of melanated people, black and brown people. And that's why I've always said that, melanated people, black and brown people are immortal, right? Like literally, that Eight of Hearts brings immortality. And you would say, well, Aquarius, how could you say that the Nine of Diamonds or melanated people are immortal and you got people that die and all of this and yada, yada, yada? Well, there's a number of reasons why I say that we are immortal. There have been many, 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 many things that the Nine of Diamonds has lived through, right? But the biggest thing that the Nine of Diamonds faces, and this could be killer because it's all in the mind, is fear. The Nine of Diamonds has a Seven of Spades in Mercury. Mercury is the mind, and the Seven of Spades brings up all your deep negativities, fears, etc. And I would say that about Black folks. I would say that when Black folks have no fear, there is no stopping them. But when they are in fear, fear can actually bring illness. It could just kind of take over. I'll give you an example with COVID. I remember early in the COVID days, in the community, Black folks was like, we'll be okay. They didn't think it could kill them and And then what happened was they put I remember they put one Black guy, he went viral as a big heavyset Black guy. He was in the hospital and he was looking terrible with COVID. And I think he died. And then after that, it was like a viral, sensational thing that kind of went through the community. And I think that impacted our thought patterns to whether, we thought we could die or not. And then you started having people dropping like flies. This also takes me back to the pandemic that occurred during George Washington. So a lot of people don't know George Washington, Three of Diamonds, there was a pandemic during that time that took place in was it Philadelphia? And which was the capital city at the time. So there was the breakout of yellow fever. Well, guess what? They thought at the time that Black people were, immune to yellow fever. Now, it turned, they were putting Black people to work in places around yellow fever patients because they didn't think we can catch it. But inevitably, Black folks started to catch it and even started to die. Now, I would investigate what words spread during that time. You know what I mean? Like, what fear may have been put out to change the paradigm. Same thing here. So we have to be very careful, because the Nine of Diamonds is Jupiter to the Seven of Clubs, which is the card of self-hexing and cursing, right? And so we have to be careful what we say, what we think, what we spread. And we're the reasons why propaganda online is so prolific. Because number one, the way we spread things through music, on the street, on the underground, stuff like that. And because we have the power to influence. I tell people all the time, there would absolutely be no social media if it were not for Black folks. I remember turning on, I remember seeing an interview, I think it was Snoop that was interviewed, because I think he said he was one of the first people on Instagram. And one of the first influencers, and if you notice, what's really funny is a lot of social media has been using Snoop. They're even using Snoop in Meta's, their AI as one of the characters. He's a Two of Clubs, which is Venus to the Nine of Diamonds. What I'm talking about. So he is like the epitome of the Nine of Diamonds, or the representative of how you can pull wealth out of the Nine of Diamonds. But what's funny is back to what I said about fear and melanated people and the Nine of Diamonds. It has a Two of Clubs in Venus, right? So what does that mean? That means that once we overcome our fears, there's no stopping us in terms of building the life that we want to have. Venus is about building my life, the things that you can buy, the resources that you can have, the good life you can have by attracting that things. So imagine having a big magnet like the Two of Clubs, which can attract fear and negativity, in the spot that basically blows up attraction. You know what I mean? So this is the reason why we will have poverty, right? Because it's what you attract. The law of attraction is going to apply to melanated people and Black people and people of color almost more than anybody else on earth, because of that Nine of Diamonds. The law of attraction is you have fear that's standing in between fear and belief systems, what you believe in your mind. Two of Clubs has a King of Clubs in Mercury, so this is a strong belief system. So whatever your strong belief system is, that is what you're going to attract, and that is what your life is going to reflect. So your life is going to look like what your belief system is.